If you've ever wondered what it's like for a 1600 Elo player to go up against a 3000 rated player, this is the video for you. Let's go ahead and take a look at what we got today. We got Minerva, who's a 1600 Elo player, who's challenged me to a 1v1, and he told me specifically, Hera, I want you to try hard. I want you to play as hard as you can. And he wants to see what tournament Hera feels like. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm not quite 3000 Elo right now, but I'm 2936 ranked 2 on the ladder, and I hold the current world record of 3045 Elo on the ladder. I don't talk about it a lot, but I don't want people to forget either. We're going to go ahead and hop right in to a 1v1. I'm going to go random. He's going to go Vietnamese, his main civ. And let's see what happens when a 1600 goes up against a almost 3000 Elo player. I'm going to be tryharding, of course, but I'll give you guys some commentary along the way, so you can follow along with what we're doing, what we're thinking, of course, and all the good stuff. We got Portuguese here, very strong sip. We're gonna start with the basic start here. I have to go over to this side first to take those chickens, and it's not every day I get to play against a 1600 and try my best. Usually this is considered taboo. Normally I have to do something that is making the game a little bit more fun, but here we go. The fun part here is to go as hard as we can against him, and we're not going to do any trolly strategies. I'm going to do exactly what I will do in a tournament, as if I'm playing against, a really top player, a really strong player. I'm going to treat this game exactly as such. So we're going to scout with everyone right away. We have good sheep scouting, so I can lure in some deer early. This is what pro players like to do, because the sheep can usually scout a good amount. And by pulling in a deer, I'm keeping the sheep out on the map for longer to scout. This is something that a lot of people miss, actually, in the early game. It's a very advanced thing anyway, so it's not something that most people have to worry about. Hopefully I don't mess up the deer lure. That would be really bad if I do. We're going to go for the boar next. We're going to take the one in the front just in case he wants to lame me. And he wants to steal the resource. I'm going to take that one first. Taking the boar first at this population is really good to aim for a fast uptime. In this matchup, I love to go for a fast feudal with archers. That's usually what I like to go for as the Portuguese. Okay, looks like we have some inefficiency. We'll do one more on hunt, just because I have a little bit of extra rot here that I don't really want to have. 4 deer. 4 deer is really good. You'd think that would be really good for a scout build, the 4 deer map, because you get a lot of food, spam a lot of scouts, but actually, as it turns out, in my opinion, I think it's better for an archer build, actually. I'll go ahead and make my a little bit of inefficiency, but it's no problem. Go make my lumber camp here. Yeah, in my opinion, it's better for an archer build, because I get to specifically delay my mill until later, because I won't need the mill for a while. Okay, I need to look for the second boar. Actually, no, I don't. I have him down here. I'm missing 2 sheep. Instead of going straight back to the deer, I'm going to go ahead and do a little loop here. Beautiful. Found those guys. Do a little loop with 1, just to get a little bit of extra scouting. And the only mistake I'm making right now is I've got a little bit of extra rot under my town center. A tiny bit of inefficiency, but it's not the end of the world. Overall, we have great scouting with great gear push tempo. It's a great start to the game here. Go ahead and make a house on the front, and then go right back to my food. By skipping the mill, you actually don't really have a good house timing. I also went a little bit heavier on food, so I'm just going to go a little later to the gold, and I'll make a mining camp as building number 2. A little strange. That's not what you'll find in most build orders, but this is what happens when you want to go for direct archers here. Especially if you have a lot of deer, it just helps so much. Next villager can go make the mining camp. You want to do that as late as possible, usually. Could go 1 pop later even, but let's just do it now. Play it safe. Alright. Normally you want to go as late as possible to the gold, because you really don't need that much gold early. Perfect timing on the second boar coming in. As the first boar is running out, we'll drop off the wood, make the mining camp. And as you can see, I've lured in 4 deer in like record time here. This is absolutely fantastic. Last couple villagers will go straight to the woodline here. I might hit an 18 no loom. That's like one of the hardest builds in the game to hit. I don't think I'll get it though. It's a very difficult one at the same time for a reason. I will try to go for it. No, we're not going to get it. So we're going to go 19 no loom. It's also fine. I'm just a little later, but it's okay. If I made my game a little bit more efficient, I might have hit it. But I don't want to sacrifice any idle time for it. If what I'm saying is like a different language, it doesn't make any sense to you, don't even worry about it. It's like minor optimizations that most games don't even... it's just not relevant in most games, so don't you worry about it. Alright, I'll go ahead and do 8 on wood. Scout my opponent, of course, very efficient to scout with sheep at home. So now I have 4 dealers, and I'm scouting my opponent at minute 6 and 30 seconds. So ridiculously fast scouting because of all of those sheep. And of course, as you can see, my opponent, it's the little things, but he's still luring deer. So when you think about the difference between a 3,000 elo player and a 1,600 elo, by the way, for those who might not know, 1,600 is actually quite a high elo. This is considered well into the intermediate level player. He's bordering on advanced. Advanced maybe starts at like 18, 1900. Can be considered an advanced player. Knows a lot about the game. Very, very strong. Can beat a pro here and there sometimes if a lot of things go wrong for the pro player. So 1600, definitely a solid rank. But as you can see, little things like that just slow on the deer pushes compared to what we had. And now he's not going to be able to scout me. And when he doesn't scout me, it could be a little bit harder for him to defend against what I'm going to go for, which is going to be archers. Might even consider a 4th spear as well. Pick up loom here. He's going to go with the barracks in the front. Perfect. And the reason why we're going to open archers here is a couple reasons. The 4 deer, I just love doing archer opening with 4 deer. He wasn't learning another one. Make 1 spear at least. This is what I teach in Patreon as well. And this is what I think most people should follow. This is what I follow. I teach what I do myself. A bit early to go to the berries here, but it's okay. We're going to go ahead and make a house. With the Portuguese, it's okay to go early to the berries because they give you some wood. So as you can see, I'm taking a little bit of berries, and I get a little bit of passive wood income there as well. So it's actually more than fine to just set this up nice and early. And I'm also going to set up the wall while I go about this game. So pretty solid setup so far. We have the blacksmith, which is the main part. I wouldn't do the berries early if I couldn't squeeze in the blacksmith. We'll do just 3 on gold because Portuguese get the discount. I'm using all of my bonuses, as you can see. All of them kept in mind to get a nice, solid game out of this one. Do house, and then a piece of palisade wall. I need to see what he's going to go for, by the way. I've got 1 spear guarding my gold. I think he opens with the range. Is that archers or scrims, though? Blacksmith for him. Actually, so far, so good. He's doing well. This is a passive opening for me. Could definitely take those. But this is how I would play it in a tournament game as well. With the fletching. I won't get fletching if I will have to idle for it, though. Because I don't think it's actually worth trying to look for some damage here. I have a very stable game. I'm okay keeping it as such. I don't want to put myself behind just to try to get some damage here. This is a mistake on his end. Unprotected villager. We're going to try to punish. Take the hill. Some more damage down hill. We're going to have to clench the villager as I hit it. I'll trade for this. Oh, I messed up. No worries, no worries. It happens in tournament games as well. I'm going to go ahead and attack now with the 4 archers. It's attack number 1. We're going to actually consider keeping the scout around here so I can find that villager as it goes back. So that villager can still die at some point. Not all but lost. And at the same time, I need to get someone to the corner. No, lost my scout. The defense of the opponent. Actually, really well played from Minerva there. Just to show that 1600 is here. Definitely can hang with the pros. Although that was kind of my fault, but, it happens. I'm not playing perfectly either. He might be on skirmishers here. He is. He's on fletching skirmishers, so I'm going to just swiftly back off here. My next play, I have 2 options. I can either make a stable transition and put more pressure in Feudal Age, or I can go for a Castle Age switch and just fight him in Castle Age. What I will do is I'm going to actually fight him in Castle Age. So I'm going to go for the faster castle approach. Now, personally, it is my preferred option against Vietnamese, usually against skirmisher civs in general. Just because I want to get to a siege workshop. What happens is if I go for a stable and I get no damage, then sometimes I just die to skirmisher and cav archers. It's a really strong combination for the Vietnamese, which I'm kind of scared of. So I'm going to go for another counterattack here. I pretended to leave early. I'm going to counterattack right now. I'm not scared of him counterattacking me because skirmisher counterattack is super weak. So I don't really care what he does to my base. Looking for the low HP build from earlier. There she is. 1 down. You just never forget. You just never forget if there's any low HP build. Now I'll just run away to the corner again. I'm keeping tabs of his army, so he's not counterattacking me here. So even less reason to go for a stable. So I'm going to have a free pass to the Castle Age. Just to play it extra safe, I could wall the front of my base here. But I really don't feel the need to. Because I see his army and I'm tracking him well. Scout goes... oh, he added a stable. Okay, so now maybe it's a little bit dicey. I'll add my own stable. Because now we're both committing to cavalry, no problem. And also, my whole idea of avoiding a Skirm CA combo, that composition is really, really strong if I add a stable. But since he's added a stable now, my stable is always justified. A bit hard to explain, but that's kind of like how it is. Little mistake there. We're going to punish that. Kite towards the scouts. Get maximum value. Tries to split. He's actually over microing right now. But it's okay. He's trying his best. He's going to look for some... for a way around here. Actually, I'm going to cancel my scouts. I will greet the Castlage. Look at that. Perfect economy. Get the Castlage first. If I make a scout here, it's going to delay myself. I really don't want to be delayed to Castlage if I can help it. Also, his pressure, really not that scary. I'm going to re-wall this side up. And we're going to play through this opening. Now, I could wall this. It's not too necessary. Kills a archer. I'll just run away. No armor on those guys, so I actually could trade here a little. Age of Empires is a weird game where sometimes the counter units don't feel like counter units. But it really just, it's an upgrade dependence. Good micro from him there. Caught me off guard, actually. Thought he was just running away, but no, he's got a couple tricks up his sleeve. One scout here so I can move out. Rush Caller, of course, because I can afford to. And these guys afterwards will make another lumber camp. Scouts to body block, or not to body block, but to like clinch him so he can't get free shots on me. This is a bad fight for him. Just because he can't actually fight this. He's just trying to, but he's not able to. So theoretically, he should just run here. The more he tries to fight it, the more he's going to lose, I think. The only reason you fight here is if you think you're going to lose everything anyways. And if that's the case, you just fight and try to get the best trade possible. But at this point, I have full map control, and I'm about to hit Castlage. It's worst case scenario for him. Alright, he thinks he's going to lose everything, so just trades. He won't even kill a archer, though. So, unfortunately, not a great scenario for him. Spears can come through. We're going to back up the scouts. Scout can kill that scrim on the outside. Try to pressure right away the villagers. Villagers prime target here. And... oh, only got the one. Okay, unfortunate. Okay, 3 upgrades. She's low HP. You never forget. We never forget. 3,000 Elo players, we don't forget the low HP builds. We're trying to get every advantage possible. We're trying to squeeze you dry. Take every advantage possible. We're not going to forget anything at all. My opponent now has a tower defensively. What I would do here is I've got a little bit of gold extra. So I'm going to take some of those gold villagers and actually make a mining camp with them. That way I'm going to have less gold and more wood in the near future, which is going to be a good balance to my economy. A couple nights we'll go forward just so I don't die to skirmishers, but overall, I'm actually feeling great here. I will hit the farm until it's almost dead. Then I'm going to look for the bill. He moves at the right time, so wasn't able to. But sometimes you can catch him off guard and squeeze the free bill out of it. But counterattack with those scouts. That town center is strong, but I can probably dive at some point. And not siege pushing here, because my philosophy, and I think a lot of pro players would do this as well, is if you're ahead, you don't need to end the game usually. Like, the game is super stable for me. I have a perfect game at home. I'm not taking it easy on him by not siege pushing him here. Even though I would definitely win with a siege push, I would win a lot safer by just staying home here and adding a town center, fixing my economy, playing a clean macro game. This is like unlosable if you don't make any crazy mistakes, and I don't plan to make mistakes, so, or don't plan to make any big mistakes, let's say. So that's why taking the safer option is definitely the way to go. More knights will join. He's lost tons of resources on these farms. And yeah, the game is just going to get harder and harder for him as it develops. As you can see, score is looking terrible for him. We're looking to actually squeeze in here and snipe a bill. Forcing the garrison. Perfect. That's like extra idle time for him. So it's like, if he tries to defend against what we're trying to do, he ends up actually losing more from that, if that makes sense. I don't really have a good town center position. I could go out here for the stone. But I honestly think just one down here is fine as well. I have a safe stone back in here that I can take advantage of. I wouldn't mind that. He gets Castle Age. Now I have to be a little bit cautious. I want to see what he's going to do. I want to stay in control of the game the whole time. And I would do this in any tournament game, in most ranked games that I'm actually focused. But I have to find out what his transition is looking like so I know what to commit to as the game goes on. I made 2 knights. These are safety knights so I don't die to skirmishers, so I can have something for siege. Looks like it's just skirmishers for him for now. I actually lost one that was completely unforgivable. I should never lose one there, which is hilarious. But mistakes have been happening left and right here on my end. But they're small mistakes. That's why we let them slide. We don't really mind. Ooh, deer. I'll take that. HP the deer. And keep him. So he's going to go Elite Skirm. And as far as other options, maybe Fire Lancer is what he has. Maybe. But Elite Skirm will get countered by a Mangonel Switch or some Knights. I have options. I will go for a Monastery at home to pick up Relics. And I will do nothing for now because he can't leave his base with the Elite Skirmisher. So I will only invest into Knights if he's starting to leave his base. If he's not leaving his base, I could not care less about those Elite Skirmishers. They are not real. He's just defending himself, but I have a 3 Town Center boom. I'm way further ahead in terms of villagers. This is actually not a wall. I can just go around. But actually, I want to break a hole in the wall. Get an easy exit. Gotta account for everything. Monk skirmisher defense. This only works if you have a economy lead. Without an economy lead, you would just sit there on defense with monks and skirms, and I would just happily boom. And I'll even look for some value over the walls. Like I killed a villager early. I'll still look for some value and I move right to left. Keep him busy, keep him entertained. And meanwhile, we're going to go ahead and develop Till Imp. As you can see right here, perfect. Keeping vision of him. I'm developing Till Imp. I have a beautiful economy behind this. So taking some of these relics as well. Take them off the map. And let's pick up all eco upgrades possible. Oh, little mistake there. Can we punish it is the question. Nope. But we also don't lose anything for trying to punish that. And maybe we can look for something else. No, he's starting to move across the map. This is absolutely perfect. So instead of going for Imp, which is what I'm doing now, I would just consider a +2 Knight switch. So this is really good for someone who's looking to expand away from his base instead of camping. If he were to just camp, I would not do this. But if he's showing any signs of leaving his base, I would just go for this, and it's no problem. I'm just picking up the text right now. I'm not making the units very specifically, because if he changes his mind... Okay, this is a good example here. If he changes his mind and decides to camp, me getting technologies will scale really well into the late game. Alright, I'm not really too bothered by getting these technologies, even if I don't end up making too many of the knights. So that's why I start with technologies, and then I gauge the situation again. So always reassessing, reevaluating. Here there's a lot of relics to play for, so I'm going to just go ahead and make the knight. There we go. I've got tons of archers in my range as well here, so I'm going to go for a big knight switch, and I can combo that with an all-in Castle Age. Okay, so instead of playing for Imp, I'm going to play for the Castle Age. And we're going to look for a forward castle with all of this stone that we're mining right now. We'll pick up all the eco upgrades, go for that all-in castle. And if he just has skirmishers, he will get completely flatlined by this attack. So we'll get University for ballistics, which you could have gotten earlier, but there was no reason to do it earlier. Okay, so as you can see, just really staying in control here. And the 1600, while he hasn't done bad, he hasn't done poorly this game. It's not been a terrible performance at all. He played safe, made a tower, he stayed alive. The problem is, as you can see, he just has no chance to win based on only fundamentals. Even if you can survive the early game, which he's honestly done a great job of doing. So credit to him, but if you look at the amount of control we have in this game, you'll quickly realize that it's really difficult for him to keep up after surviving. But it is credit for surviving. Great play from him to not move out. He actually didn't die to my knight play. But again, just surviving, unfortunately, is usually not enough. We have the follow-up ready. And that's why I like the style a lot, of just playing the eco, controlling the game. Because, like, no matter what my opponent does, I will always be able to play. I just want to play every game. I don't want to take a huge risk and end up losing early. Trying to keep the game at a playable pace. As you can see, just always trying to improve my position slightly. Get some houses. And now tons of knights are on the field. Forward castle is inevitable. We're going to go ahead and pick a good location. This area is nice, but I think just right here is perfect just to take the stone afterwards. I'm going to go ahead and enter straight through the front now with a lot of knights. He doesn't really expect this, and it doesn't really matter if he does expect it or not. Back up the knights a little. Let's just play this fight well. Crossbows first. Looks counterintuitive because the scrims are there. But it's just to kill those monks. And once those monks are cleared, the skirmishers will do literally nothing. Spend all my resources at home. Kill the monk, and we can back up with the crossbows. Ballistics would be interesting. Snipe a spear. And yeah, as you can see, the skirmishers here not going to do a whole lot. Played a really good game so far, but... Oh, we haven't seen a counterattack here. Hold on. Maybe a little too late, though, unfortunately. But he's trying his best. Death Snipe by Monk. Wow, very well played. But a lot of pressure. Still managing to get some good plays in. Pretty nice. But yeah, it is GG. Unfortunately for him, GG well played is in. The counterattack is a little, a little too easy to deal with since I'm so strong now spamming these knights. We're getting ballistics on the way, so nothing stops me from adding in like 4 ranges now. I have 900 wood, so my priority is looking to spend that. He did catch me off guard with that counterattack, but as you can see, it's a little too much pressure on his side of things to deal with. Knights running in, raiding everything, all the scrims dying. So now my crossbows have no counter. My crossbows will sit here, here, here. I'll go around with some crossbows after killing this house. I'm going to sit here and here. I'll make a workshop probably to make some ramps to clear the buildings. Second castle will come probably something like here or even deeper. And that game will completely explode for him. If he didn't make skirms and try to move out and just camped and I saw him camping, I would just probably, develop like normal, go for a faster imp into Arbalest, and then try to go for the castle in the center of the map here or here. With the Arbalest into maybe something like Gav. He says, crazy. You did very well, by the way. I do want to say that you did very well. This game could have been over in Feudal Age. He actually outplayed me in certain trades, which is cool to see. But overall, the fundamentals a little too strong on my side of things. But I think this makes a cool video. He challenged me to the game. He wanted to see what it's like. Sometimes just watching is not enough. You have to feel it in the flesh. And yeah, this is how I would play in a tournament game. And he said I was nervous a little bit. No worries. I totally understand. Obviously, a lot of pressure going up against a guy at much higher elo. But I hope this was informative, fun to watch, and interesting from a viewer perspective. Do let me know if you guys enjoyed this one, and if you guys want to see something similar in the future. But obviously, we don't have to do this kind of video every day. Just once in a while, it could be a fun time. But yeah, we'll just go through the stats real quick. So KD in my favor, economy in my favor big time. Timings, I'm just fast at everything by a lot, which makes it hard for him to keep up. And of course, much more vills in the end. Just a slow progression. That's exactly how the game played out. I was in control the entire time, and I basically have a 0% chance of losing this game, assuming nothing crazy goes wrong. Yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. If you guys, hold on, last call. If you guys want to join my Patreon and get better at the game and learn how to play like I'm showing right now, definitely check out the Patreon. It's the best place to find my exclusive guides and content. Now, take care and peace.